Thanks to the support as a channel member, Dave Beasley. Well, boys and girls, we've finally made it to Tier 7. No more regional leagues for us. And hopefully a clearer route at getting a couple of promotions, as there's 7 or 8 not promotion spots, but promotion and playoff spots in this league. We don't have to win this one to go up, which will be nice. What's less nice is we've got to try and do it on just as little money as we had this season just gone. So I have no idea if we're going to be good enough to compete. I guess that's what we'll find out during this transfer special. Hello and welcome to part 37 of Bourne in the USA. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have our season review and transfer special as we prepare for life in Tier 7 after our glorious promotion, our glorious double on yesterday's episode. But as we also saw in yesterday's episode, we've got a wage budget that's actually lower than what we're currently spending on wages, and we're moving up a league. So it's going to be a challenging one. And we'll do the season review first, because there's likely to be less negatives on that one than us trying to figure out how to do transfers. Signing of the season went to Patrick Buckner, which I genuinely think he was a bit of a difference maker for us. I think a lot of where we went wrong last year is our goalkeeper was trash, whereas this year, pretty decent goalkeeper. I agree. Signing of the season. Not many other players coming in, and I think that's going to be a similar situation this summer as well. I know I've talked a lot about doing a complete rebuild, but with the amount of money that we've got, I'm not sure we can get better quality players than what we've got without spending more money than what we're currently paying. So it might actually be a case of going again with what we've got and seeing how far they can take us, and hoping that by the time their talent runs out, we've got a little bit more money to spend. But this is your review of the season itself. We were supposed to get to the playoffs. We won the league. We got an A-. Don't know what I'd have had to have done to get an A+. There's your confirmation. We do go up as champions. Lots of big wins along the way as well. Reputation-wise, we still don't really exist. Half-star reputation. We're obscure, which, as we've seen multiple times over the last few years being stuck in Tier 8, effectively means we can't poach players from other clubs unless they're within the Massachusetts area. As soon as you get a little bit further afield, players refuse to come because of relocation costs, because we're not a big enough club to attract them. So we are kind of still shopping in our local area unless this improves. I guess it's good for the environment. In fact, no, we've gone up from obscure to local. Interesting. Still only on half a star. Not entirely sure how that works. Money-wise, the club is still a mess. And for shirts, the Hernandez selling more than anyone else, then Huyan Stone and New Boy Booth. But for context, we only sold 51 shirts in total. So not great, is it? I'd like to think when we finally put the shirts on sale to you lot, we'll sell more than 51. So the imaginary version of Bourne sells more shirts than the real life version that lives in the game. Potentially. Team of the year is Buckner in goal, a back four of Nice, Sullivan, Brook and Cullen, Briones and Goncalves in midfield, Williams and Huyan out wide, Hernandez and Stone up front. I don't think you can argue with that. Hernandez, 50 goals and 38 assists from 50 starts, an 8.08 average. That is 88 goal contributions in 50 matches. I don't know that we'll ever see the likes of that again. It's a quite remarkable season from Jorge Alberto Hernandez, and quite rightly, he should just win everything. He's won Fans Player of the Year, Young Player of the Year, Buckner at Signing of the Season, Goal of the Season went to Stone, top goal scorer and top assist maker and most man of the matches and highest average rating, all going to Hernandez, and Flores picking up most pass completion. Competition awards, I mean, Hernandez would win them if they'd have been given yet. And lots of club records being broken this year. So most assists by a player in a season, 38 for Hernandez. I don't see that being broken anytime soon. I don't know if I've ever seen an assist number that high before. That's ridiculous. Most man of the matches also to Hernandez for 25. Travis Cullen's the naughtiest boy in the history of Bourne. Diego Briones is now our all-time record appearance holder. 167 appearances for him, and he's not even any good. That's a perfect example of the problems we've had in this save so far. Jackson Hernandez still has the most league goals in history for the club at 70. I mean, Jorge's definitely breathing down his neck now. He got 50 this year. Who is Ant Chipman? He's one of our name in the game people. I don't remember him playing. But Ant Chipman is our new youngest player ever. Congratulations, Ant Chipman. In fact, I think I do know what happened there. I think he was, I think that was Benelli, and I didn't change his name quickly enough. And Ant had already claimed him. So I think that was the player. The artist formerly known as Benelli is now Ant Chipman. And fastest goal also going to Jorge Hernandez at 15 seconds. There's your confirmation of the double. And I think we should have an all-time best 11 in here somewhere as well. Maybe we don't. I don't know why it's not giving us those anymore. But this is our goals for next season. So what's Goran Pavlov adding on for us? He still just wants us to work within the wage budget. That is the entirety of the 5-year plan. He's looking for a mid-table finish in US National League Division 2. I think that's a reasonable target for our first year. A mid-table finish and repairing the club's financial damage. So to me, that means mid-table finish and a cup run. I think that's something well worth working towards. 5 years' time, wants to be able to finish in the top half. That's not ambitious enough for me. I think I'd like to get out of this league in 2 years. A 1 year of consolidation and then go up next year. I think that's got to be the plan. End of season team meeting. We'll tell them we're just looking for mid-table. And hooray! We actually got one of these meetings right for once. That means we'll go up as champions. And there's your... Who on earth is Dragovon? Dan Dragovon. What a name. Hi, Dan Dragovon here. Never played a game for us, but apparently he's our best left winger. It shows how much nonsense you get on these end of season things. They send them on their break. They've got a 10-day break. Bless them. It's long enough for a quick holiday. Staff stuff being renewed, blah, 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 all this other stuff. Yeah, contracts not, I mean, some of these boys, this is where we need a little bit of a rethink, because some of these boys are going to have to stick around now. Jackson Hernandez is out of contract. Can we really let him go? Oh, who is out of contract? So out of contract this summer, Stearns, yes, we want rid of, but Goncalves, Jackson Hernandez, Nice, Cullen, and Matthew Booth all out of contract now. I don't know. I don't know how likely we are to be able to do better than them. This is going to be a tricky summer. Oh, good. So this is going to be happening too. The San Diego Gauchos, who are in National League Division 1, so one division above the one we're going to be in, have made a £4,400 offer for Travis Sullivan, may eventually rise to £14,500. To be fair, it is a good offer that we would struggle to turn down. Goran Pavlov agrees. I protested. He told me to sit down and shut up. It looks like Travis Sullivan is going to be leaving us to go and play at a higher level. Let's try and renegotiate the transfer, see if we can squeeze. It's not letting me click the button. Thanks for having a game that is never broken, Football Manager. Well, folks, we're taking a big risk and we are releasing players who were regulars for us and stars for us. We're just gambling on being able to get better ones this summer. So Goncalves is gone. Hernandez is gone. Nice is gone. Cullen is gone. Stearns, Kay, these are all players. Bates, these are all players who were in and around the team over the last few years. They are all gone. It does mean that we've now got a little bit of budget to play with. We've already brought a couple of players in. We've got Jason Johnson, who's a 21-year-old striker. He's our replacement for Jackson Hernandez. Already 4-star current ability, 5-star potential. He's in on a non-contract. If he's as good as he appears to be from his star rating, he'll get a contract soon. But he can come in the mix and replace Jackson Hernandez and compete with Jorge and Stone. That Hernandi are no more, boys and girls. We actually had an offer come in for Jorge Hernandez, which we turned down. Well, I'm sure there's more deals than this that have gone on. What is... I'm confused. Oh, there you go. Jeff Thompson is another one. He's a centre-back. Not quite a Nice replacement, is he? But he's he'll be all right. Travis Sullivan's gone. So that's the one that we went through before. So I guess we've got one decent player in so far this season, this summer, and this is our first team squad currently. Ignore the 2 grayed out players. So we have a 14-man first team squad, and of those 14 players, 3 of them are on non-contract. So we have 11 contracted first team players. either this is, I mean, I'm still being told my financial position's not strong enough. I mean, it's not too bad. It's the best it's ever been. But I think some of these probably need renewing regardless. Jorge Hernandez needs a contract. Doesn't really matter about any of the financial position not strong enough nonsense. He just gets it. He can have whatever he wants. There you go. 2 years. Absolutely, he gets a 2-year contract. Jeff Brook as well. There's some players where it's non-negotiable. They're sticking around and they don't even want particularly big pay rises, so they can just have what they want. Everyone else on there, yeah, I agree. We don't need to rush to renew any of those. But those two, I think, have to be done. Yeah, you know what? We'll let my director of football handle him as well. And that's us. Now we need to add some players to this squad, or else we're going to have a real problem. We're not officially moved up the leagues yet either, which is weird. As soon as that happens, we'll have a look at the media preview and all that kind of stuff. But the job now is to get some players into this football club because, like I say, it's a big gamble. And if this goes wrong, we will get relegated because we don't have a squad at the moment. I'm hoping that's going to be enough money for us to go get one. But it does rely on the players we find being any good, which is tough. Yeah, this might be going wrong already. We've identified some players that we want. The only problem is loads of other clubs want them as well. So the players that that's someone who might be leaving, but all these players who we're trying to bring in, they're all wanted by other clubs. So we've currently got all of those contract offers out. Let's see how many of them we actually end up signing. Well, the answer was we didn't get many of them. But there's a good one in here. We're saving the good one until last. So the first three were definitely the three worst of the ones we were looking to bring in. They're very much players that we're bringing in to make up the numbers. Grant Morgan's a centre-back, 26 years old. He's only 2.5 stars. He is officially the second best centre-back at the club after the departure of Sullivan, so we needed him, but I'm not exactly building my future hopes around him. Nick Costa is a 34-year-old right-back. See all of the comments from above. He's fine. Cullen's gone. We needed a right-back. He's probably no better than Cullen was, but we needed a right-back. We've also got a backup goalkeeper, Kazutoshi Matsuka, 19-year-old Japanese backup goalkeeper, 5-star potential. He'll be absolutely fine. But then the diamond in the rough, and this is why we've done this, to unearth the odd player like this. We've already got Jason Johnson, who looks like he's going to be great. And Marco Paulus is the new best player at the club, star rating-wise. He's an 18-year-old central midfielder, natural deep-line playmaker, 4.5-star current ability already, 5-star potential. He is such a huge upgrade on Goncalves for roughly the same money. That's why we're doing this, boys and girls. We've still got loads of money to spend. This is what our team report's looking like currently. We're about 3 weeks to go until the start of the season. We are looking quite weak at the back. It's been an area we've traditionally been strong, but we don't really have a left back at all. And Maldonado's probably going to have to play there. Brook, great, but Morgan, and then Costa, Buckner in goal, possibly even needs an upgrade. But Paulus is superb. We know we've got Huyan, Hernandez, Stone, Johnson. We don't really have a left winger again, but that's been the story for years now. There's still big gaps, but for the first time in a long time, we have a midfielder. That could be all the difference. Plus, we've moved up into this league now, so we can see what the media prediction is. Media prediction is 7th place. What the hell are they doing here? Oh, that's a different... Is that a different one? That must be a different one because they're newly promoted. But yeah, we're predicted a 7th place finish. We haven't got anyone in the Dream 11, as you would imagine. They're all yellow. Who are the yellows? Wolves Academy are the yellows. Where are they? How are they all the way down there? Yet they have the entire Dream 11. I'm going to put a little prediction out there that this Wolves Academy side, it's only predicted a 12th place finish. I'd stick a 5 on them at 50-1. I think they're probably going to have a decent season. Eek. Who's our best players according to this, and where are they on the list? Hernandez and Paulus, about midway through. I can cope with that. We do still need significant numbers of players, but the first team squad, if we just get these, get everyone unlisted off of there. First team squad is now 16 people, none of them greyed out, and it includes 2 goalkeepers. So I would say if we're aiming for a 23-man squad, we still need another 7 players. Let's keep doing transfers. Next batch of players is in, and we're very much just filling out the squad with anyone who'll drive to Bourne at this stage. We've got Elidio Ribeiro, who's an 18-year-old Andorran. I mean, that was a long drive. An 18-year-old Andorran centre-back. He's got 5-star potential, which is nice. I mean, he has played plenty of football. Bear in mind, he's only 18. He's already got 109 games playing at this level for Boston. So, you know what? I think he might actually be okay. We've also signed a couple of loans. I think these might be the first loans we've had. Pedro Arriaga is a 17-year-old Mexican centre-back who can sort of play left-back. He's got 5-star potential. And again, used to playing at this level or higher. And Jared Ankiel, we've brought him in to be a left-back cover. But actually, he's not really very good. Even though, again, he's played around about this level. So that means we've still got loads of money. And if we can't actually spend this money, I want to bring Jackson Hernandez back and Goncalves because we can't replace them. I might actually see if I can bring them back if they've not already gone somewhere else. This is what the squad looks like. Still huge gaps in it. We're just really struggling to find anyone who will come to us. Let's just have a quick look. Just Pedro. Oh, he's gone to Elm City. Pedro? No. Oh, Pedro. Right. Alternative thing then. Let's see if we can. I mean, that's ridiculous. If we drop down to the leagues below, I wonder if we're now a big enough club to be able to bring in some of the players. We were in the Central Premier League, weren't we? Yeah, there's Rhode Island. Favourites again, as always. Can we sign any of this lot now? So you're a left back. Bourne's stature in the game isn't big enough to match his own ambitions. We're in the league above you, you moron. Well, we have run out of summer and the season has started. We're just playing our games. Oh, goody, against a Charlotte team. Why are we playing the next day? I thought for a second there our Tier 7 side might be on telly, but I imagine it's because the main Charlotte team were playing on the Saturday, maybe. That would be my guess. We've not brought anybody else in. As you can see from the squad, we've got loads of trials in. They're just all rubbish. It is a challenge finding decent players. This is what the squad is looking like. So 3 decent strikers, Johnson, Stone, Hernandez. It's Williams and Favre on the left again, and apparently Dragovon, who appeared from nowhere. Oh, don't take my Dragovon away. We might need to use Dragovon. Huyan on the right. Paulus, Williams, Flores. We've got Briones is still knocking around. Where's the fellow did we? Oh, Kev, you haven't. Where's Booth? Did I let Booth leave? Oh, no. He's gone to the High Desert Elite. What a name for a football club in this league. That one feels like a mistake. And then the defence is worse than it was last year. So, you know, this is our team. I guess we're about to find out in tomorrow's episode how this season is likely to go. If we do all right in the first couple of games tomorrow, then I'll be fine. It looks like we're in the world of 5 substitutes as well. So that's also going to be interesting. But if we survive the first match, we'll be fine. At least we've still got about a month's worth of transfers. And for the first time ever in the history of football club, some money still to spend. We could still bring in 8 players if we had to before this window closes. The difficulty is finding them. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.